Pertaining to this calm in clamor, which is about, in today's world with so much happening, life throwing constant challenges, whether it's health related, whether it's relationship related, whether it's career demands, and constant struggle. Let's forget the bigger terrorism and all that news, but in our own personal day-to-day life, there's so much of pressure, there's so much of challenges that we face. How do we keep calm amidst so much of chaos?
Anyway, let me put this to context. Life, even though a lot of organization needs to happen in our country, never before life was as organized as it is today. You're talking about relationships, problems and, uncertainties. I want you to know, if you lived here 1,000 years ago, if your man or your child went out, you never know whether they'll come back or not, okay? There is always a tiger lurking right there, there is always an elephant wanting to stamp him, and he did not go out. If he went out for 2 days, you sat here praying, wanting him to come back because he didn't WhatsApp you and tell you every step of what he's doing. He just vanished. He just vanished for days or months. You never know whether he's going to come back or not. Every time he stepped out, not for war, even for business, even for work, if he went out, you don't know whether he will come back. For the first time, you can keep track of him. So I'm saying, life is more certain than ever before. We have just become less competent to handle. If you had to navigate your way through the jungle, it was different. Today, navigating through the Delhi traffic, there is road rage. Yesterday, today, some incidents are there, people are killing each other. People are killing each other just because they're not able to handle the traffic chaos. I can imagine if I left you in a rainforest, I can imagine the terror you will go through, because you won't know a thing about how to navigate. Every moment you have to be alert and find your way. There is no traffic policeman pointing this way or that way for you. When to stop, when to go, somebody has to tell you now. Then if you didn't stop at the right time, you would be dead. I'm saying life is more organized than ever before on this planet. Don't complain. You have more comforts, more conveniences than any generation ever had. Yes or no? Please, all of you. Yes or no? Aren't you enjoying more material comfort than your parents and your grandparents? Unless your grandfather was a Maharaja or something.
Don't look at me.
Life is better than ever before, but we have lost the ability within ourselves because somewhere we think by fixing the outside, everything will be okay. No, by fixing the outside, comfort will come, convenience will come, well-being will not come. If you're seeking well-being, in is the only way out. If you lose the ability to look inward, then clamor will be there on the outside. Clamor is good on the outside. Why I'm saying clamor is good is, suppose you're running an industry, I'm sure many of you running some industry or business or whatever. In your industry, you want clamor or you want silence? Hello? You want clamor, they love the clamor, do you understand? Suppose tomorrow morning they walked into the industry, everything is quiet. Oh, that's terror for them. They don't want calm in their industry. So we must understand these are two different dimensions. One is external situation, another is inner situation. Calm is of inner nature. Clamor is of the material world. More clamor, better we are doing, isn't it? Yes or no? More clamor, better we are doing. Yesterday somebody is telling me, Sadhguru, no development is happening, Prime Minister is going on saying things will happen, nothing is happening, only thing that's happening is more pollution. I said, more pollution means something is happening. Yes or no? More pollution means more people are driving, more machines are working, something is happening. Only thing is we have to see how to make it conducive for our lives, that's different. But more pollution means something is happening, isn't it? If nothing is happening, there will be no pollution. Yes. If all your industries, businesses, everything come to a standstill, of course pollution will come down. But that's not the way you want it to come down, isn't it? You want clamor on the outside. And calm is of your nature. But you have never explored what is the nature of who I am. In the sense, people are thinking by fixing this will be okay. No. We can put you in a palace, you can still be miserable. People have hung themselves in extreme poverty. People have hung themselves in palaces too, isn't it? So, creating a palace or extreme comfort levels does not mean you will be okay. You will be okay only when you know, understand and handle the mechanics of this life properly. As you know, all of you running industry and business, you understand, unless you understand the mechanics of what is happening in your business, you can't run it well, it's only by accident. Similarly with this, unless you understand and conduct this properly, you will not know what this is only by accident. When you are happy or peaceful by accident, then you will lose it on the road. Delhi streets are testing.
So what do we do to keep calm inside, Guruji?
See, there is no clamor inside, it's calm. It is just that you do not know what is inside, what is outside. Whatever happens outside, in compulsive reaction, inside also it happens. What is happening inside is only a reflection, right? Whatever is happening outside, the reflection is happening inside. Now if I hold a mirror to you, the mirror shows a beautiful face. If I hold it to myself, it shows an ugly face, what to do? What to do, that's how it is. But your face will not stick to the mirror, isn't it? So now I want to look beautiful, so I will show the mirror to you first and then keep the mirror in my home. I'm not going to look beautiful. Yes? So nothing stuck to the mirror. That is the importance and significance of the mirror. It is supposed to show you things just the way it is. When you ask a painter to paint your picture, you ask him to do little this and make yourself little more beautiful, everything. That's okay, because after we are gone, they see us really beautiful. But in the mirror, you stand in front of the mirror because you want to see it the way it is. Yes or no?
Yes.
That's the idea of standing in front of the mirror. I know we have heard stories of who is the prettiest of all in front of the mirror, all that stuff. But the essence of standing in front of the mirror is to see reality as it is, not to see a pretty picture. That is the nature of your mind too. This is not about painting a pretty picture. This is about simply seeing things the way they are. If you learn to see things just the way they are, you will know how to navigate. If you see things the way you want it, then you will not be able to navigate because you're not in reality, first of all.
Guruji, it is exceptionally difficult to see things as they are, because
I will tell you why it's difficult. No. Where is your ego? You show me where is your ego, I'll fix it right away. Where is it?
In the mind.
Where in the mind, tell me?
Not in the brain, but in the mind. In the idea of ego.
No, you're saying something like this, where is it? So the thing is just this. Sometimes Manisha is very beautiful, a wonderful person. Then you say, I am a wonderful person. Sometimes she's nasty. Then you turn back and say, oh, that was my ego. Okay? So Miss Ego is a fall guy. Whenever you are nasty, Miss Ego will come. Whenever you're wonderful, only you are there.
So we are not owning our bad side.
We must settle this. Is there only one person in this body or two?
Multiple persons.
Oh, this is schizophrenia. If there is more than one in here within you, Either you're schizophrenic or you're possessed. That means either a psychiatrist or an exorcist. What it means is, when you say, I'm an individual, we must understand the root word for individual is indivisible.
Indivisible.
Yes, that means this cannot be further divided. Only if you come to this, that this is an individual, then you will understand the fundamental. If I'm wonderful, it's me. If I'm nasty, it's me. If I'm beautiful, it's me. If I'm ugly, it's me. If you come to terms with this, your life will be a constant step forward to become better and better. Whenever I'm wonderful, it's me. When I'm nasty, it's you. Well, it'll stay that way forever and it'll grow.
So, Guruji, I'll just take this little more. That means that when we see in a mirror an ugly side, which I was saying as the ego, we should be able to accept that? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying what you call as a human being is not an established thing. It is a becoming. It's not really… we must call this human becoming. You have to become one, because in the evolutionary scale of things, you know Charles Darwin? He told you at one time you were a monkey. Him, not me, okay. He told you at one time you were a monkey and then you became a human being and all this stuff. So he goes about saying a goat became a giraffe and it took so many million years, could have become. Or a pig could have become an elephant, it took so many more million years. But between a monkey and a human being, it happened rather quickly. It didn't take enough time, I'm saying, to such a point that anthropologists today believe that there is a missing link. They believe there's a missing link because it happened so quickly. See, between the DNA of a chimpanzee and the human beings that we are, the DNA difference is only 1.23%. Not much of a difference, isn't it? So physiologically, we are not very far away from a chimpanzee. But intellectually, cerebral capabilities, and in terms of our awareness and consciousness, we are worlds apart. Or in other words, you have an intelligence for which you don't have a stable enough foundation. So the entire yogic system is just to create a stable foundation. A stable foundation means any foundation or any building, if it has to stand for a long time and in a stable manner, it must be geometrically correct. So entire yogic system is about aligning your physical geometry to the cosmic geometry so that you have a stable enough platform upon which this intelligence can blossom. When I say stable enough platform, today people, wherever you go, people talk about tension, anxiety, rage on the road, all kinds of nonsense. You can call it by many names. But essentially what's happening is, your own intelligence is turned against you. That's all that's happened. Why is your intelligence turning against you? Because you don't have a stable enough platform to handle it. See, if somebody comes and tries to hurt you physically, you have some defense. Suppose your own hand started beating you up. How to stop this? Only somebody else has to stop it. Isn't it? So right now, if you if you are going through some kind of suffering, because I am causing the suffering to you, right now I am poking you and you're suffering, it's different. But look at most human beings, when they're alone, they can suffer. If you are suffering when you're alone, obviously you're in bad company, isn't it? So your own intelligence is turned against you. Your body, your mind, your energies must work for you. What have you done about that? If you don't do anything about it, your own hands will start punching you. There's no solution for this from outside. Unless we either handcuff you or amputate you. That's what they're trying to do today. In some ways, what do you think all these drugs are? They're trying to amputate you in some way, mentally, put you down.